So, Johnny, there's a story that I would like you to share with the people about your father and what he did back in the, well, it would have been in the 30s and 40s, wasn't it?
Yes, somewhere around there.
A really interesting story. So I'm just wondering if you'd be able to share that story with the people that are watching today.
Yes. My father was, he used to be a mailman, taking mails through these communities, and his name is Jambo Mugudu. That's my father. And he used to travel by canoe through all that, from Goulburn to Menangrida, Menangrida to Milngimbi, Milngimbi to Elko Island, and then to Kala. He's been taking mail to those places, and he used to travel by canoe. I don't know, there must be few people that used to be with him, to go with him on the canoe, to help him. And yes, also he used to travel by foot to Owenpelly, also taking the mails to that community.
Was this, was it like whitefella mail or was it Aboriginal mail?
It's white fellas mail.
Whitefella mail.
Yeah.
So it would have been for the, was it for the local people or was it for like the missions?
For the, I don't know who was the superintendent was there.
Right.
Like, I mean, it was the people, I mean, yeah, the white people that
Yeah.
used to work on that community.
Okay. All right. So he travelled, probably, it's roughly about 1,000 kilometres that trip, wouldn't it be? From Goulburn Island to Yirrkala, that would be by boat, probably about 1,000 kilometres.
Mm-hmm.
And how long would it take for him to do that from Goulburn Island to Yirrkala?
Or probably a month, a bit over a month
Yep.
traveling.
And how was his, do you know what his communication was like with these people? Because he was a Maung man.
Yes.
So how did he communicate with these other tribes and other cultures?
I really don't know that part because, yes, I was thinking, you know, how he was communicating with those people. Whether, I mean, some people was there who's been at Goulburn Island, or because that was the first mission.
Yep.
And a lot of the Menangrida mob was there. And then after when the white people went over to Menangrida, which is, you can hear a lot of these young people from Menangrida are talking Maung. And then I always remember that, you know, those old people was there.
Yep.
At Goulburn Island before they shipped it over when they established Menangrida. So Menangrida all right, but I don't know about Elko. I don't know how he was communicating with them.
So what's the story with the connection of your father and the family from the Gulpul tribe?
Well, he's been traveling a couple of times, and then, you know, this family here grabbed him and adopted him. They said, we'll be brothers. And that's where that's where the connection is. I mean, you know, yes, he was with them. They said, you know, we'll be brothers. And as I told you, that Jamila's father was the eldest. And before those two old people at Goulburn, there was very young. They was young in that time. And then that's how I'm connected to that family. With Jamina number 1 and his father and Jamila father. And then when we was growing up, people used to come, on a mission boat. They used to call Warruwi and Larapan mission boat. And that family used to come on the thing. They used to come straight and ask for my old man. And they used to come and stay there with him. And that's how the connection is.
And so there was
family.
Sorry, Johnny. And so there was Gulpal family that moved to Goulburn Island?
Yes.
How long ago was that?
Oh, pretty long time.
Was it before you were a kid? Before you were born?
Yeah. Before I was born, people used to come in there. I mean, the Gulpal tribe used to come in there. Like, come in and go back again.
So on Goulburn Island, there's different tribes on Goulburn Island, but you can see the mesh or the joining together of two cultures, the Gulpal and the Maung, on Goulburn Island. Has that been an easy transition? Has that been an easy thing to bring together, or has it been difficult over the years to bring those two cultures together?
Well, since that old man was there, the old man, Christopher father, old John Lauder, he's been there for a long time. I mean, he came in when his kids was all grown up, and he brought them all to Goulburn Island and ended up staying there. And then my father, well, before he came, my father passed away a long time ago. But when he was there, he was just saying, look after the kids when I'm gone. And then, this is going to be your place. My father passed it on to him.
So can I just clarify? So your father basically passed on his family to another tribe from another country.
To the Maung.
Yeah, to the Maung.
Yes.
So he passed the Gulpal brothers to the Maung.
Yes.
So he said, you need to look after the Gulpal people.
Yes.
That's amazing, really. I mean, you don't see that sort of thing in white man mainstream society, where you have two cultures that are saying, let's join together and we'll become brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So with the Gulpal and the Maung coming together, does that change the way cultural business is done? Has that changed the way cultural business is done, or do you have them separated? Are they joined or separated?
No, they joined.
They joined.
They joined. Yeah.
Would they have been joined 60, 70 years ago?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So when you have those ceremonies all connect with each other.
Yeah. Yes.
So does that lead towards the song lines? So there's song lines that join in with each other. Is that where those connections are?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So for those people out there, Aboriginal culture around Australia has connections called song lines, and so the song lines connect all other Aboriginal tribes all over Australia. But since white man has come to Australia, a lot of those connections have been severed, particularly down south, where those song lines are no longer practiced or understood. But in the Northern Territory, the top end of Queensland, and also the top end of Western Australia, those song lines and those storylines, those Dreamtime stories, are still very strong. Is that right, Johnny?
Yes. Yes.
Just just for those people that might be interested, the song lines, those Dreamtime stories, that culture that you have, what happens if you lose those song lines?
That's it. I mean, you know, once you lose it, you lose it. That's it. Unless keep on teaching this future generation, keep on telling them to carry on. Otherwise, you lose it.
Is it part of your identity as an Aboriginal man?
Yes. Yes.
Is that the song, that song line, is that your connection to not only ancestors but also to your country?
The song that I sing, yes, it's connected from Mingilang and then Warruwi. Yes.
And if you were not able to pass that song line on to somebody else, then the identity of Maung people would be destroyed. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is very important. The song line that you have that was handed down to you is very important to Maung culture.
Yes.
Just the same as any song line that the Galpal might have, or the Uwaja might have, or whoever might have, those song lines are very important to that culture's identity.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you, as a man who's been around for a fair while, have you seen how Aboriginal culture has changed because of mainstream society?
Yes, it's been changed a little bit. Like, for instance, like these promises. We used to have, we used to be promised to this girl or that girl to promise. It's nothing going on now. They just find their own girlfriend or boyfriend. But before, that used to be very strong. But now in white society where there's scope for love. That was that part that I've seen. And the other thing is about discos and things. Like you see a lot of people get up and dance on this disco, but not on not Aboriginal song. So that's a little bit changed.